Aloha! Before I get started, I would love to ask if you could please like this video, subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome, so we can share the word. Let's get to the word. So, like I mentioned last time, I feel like every time I get a word from the Lord, I get tested on it that week. And this week was no exception. So, the word for this week that the Lord gave me is pressure. And pressure is a force exerted on an object, usually by another object. And I've been hearing a lot from a lot of Christians especially that there's been a lot of pressure lately, especially after the last 4 months, kind of with the whole pandemic and all the things going on right now. There's been a lot of pressure. So I want to read from 2 Corinthians 4, 7-10. These verses have really been hard on my heart lately. There's been pressure on my heart from this passage. So I'm going to read from the Amplified Version. There's a little bit more explanation. And verse 7, it says, "For we have this precious treasure, the good news about salvation, in unworthy earthen vessels of human frailty, so that the grandeur and surpassing greatness of the power will be shown to be from God, his sufficiency, and not from ourselves. We are pressured in every way, hedged in, but not crushed, perplexed, unsure of finding a way out, but not driven to despair, hunted down and persecuted, but not deserted to stand alone, struck down, but never destroyed, always carrying around in the body the dying of Jesus, so that the resurrection, life of Jesus, may also be shown in our body." What a powerful message. So that pressure, being pressed in every way, hedged in, but not crushed. We're not crushed. We're not driven to despair. Even though it looks like there may not be a way out, we're not driven to despair because we have Jesus. We carry around this responsibility. We carry around the gospel with us wherever we go. And even though our outward man is wasting away, it says later in the chapter, our outward man is wasting away, our inward man is being renewed every single day. And we read this week in Jeremiah 18 about when Jeremiah received an object lesson from the Lord. The Lord told Jeremiah to go down to the potter's house and check out what's going on there. And Jeremiah saw the potter molding and shaping clay into a new object, right? He's making vases, jars, whatever he's making. And the Lord said, "This is Israel. The pot is Israel. The clay is Israel." And he was saying that he can mold and shape Israel into something new, something beautiful. And I started thinking, if clay, let's just assume for a second that clay has feelings. If clay had feelings, don't you think the clay would be super uncomfortable being molded and pressed and shaped into something new and beautiful that's going to make a lot of people happy and going to help people? That's what we are though. We're clay, and the Lord is molding and shaping us, and let's be honest, it is not comfortable. But that's where growth happens, is right outside our comfort zone. And it was really cool. The Lord actually gave me an object lesson this week. He told me to look out with my physical senses. He asked me what I saw, what I tasted, what I smelled. And then he asked me to use my spiritual sense and what I sensed. And the two were different. On the outside, I could see darkness, but I could sense light because I could sense the Spirit. And that's the bottom line, is being led by the Spirit. And that was really the hard lesson that I had to learn this week. And it's not always easy. It's a simple thing to listen to the Lord and do what he says, but it's not always easy. So I would encourage you, if you're under pressure, if you're under any pressure, to be led by the Spirit. Listen to God. See what he's got to say. Love you with the Jesus love.